And again, this was being said by a doctor that does not exist, using a voice that was made up by AI. This is all made by AI, and it is discouraging people away from trusting their own physician.
So you did a deep dive, I understand, into these AI-generated doctors and then the deep fakes of real doctors out there. What did you find?
Well, they don't exist, number one. But what's interesting is that, some of them, they all fit some kind of like stereotype of the kind of doctor that you would want to look up to online. So either they are quite old and they look wise, right? They have a lot of experience, they know a lot of stuff, or they're very young and attractive and confident. What I didn't expect was that the papers would be generated as well. So AI is hallucinating studies that do not exist, and now those hallucinated citations are being incorporated into videos that aim at improving your health, and that's really discouraging.
So beyond the fake studies, what claims were these videos making?
And they can make all sorts of claims because the people at the other end don't really care. And so these are things like, what exercise to do, what exercise not to do, what to eat, what not to eat, the kinds of things that we're all interested in to improve our health. And what I found, really scary is that some of these videos were, were saying basically don't trust your doctor because there are natural remedies as opposed to pharmaceutical drugs, and your doctor does not want you to know about these things. And again, this was being said by a doctor that does not exist, using a voice that was made up by AI. This is all made by AI, and it is discouraging people away from trusting their own physician.
So Jonathan, who's the target of these videos?
The videos that I looked at were targeted at older adults. So, if you're young watching this, your grandparents are the targets of this, but it's not exclusively, older adults. It's anyone out there who cares about their health is being targeted by these kinds of videos.
So I understand you did some sleuthing to try to figure out who is putting this out there. Tell our viewers what you found.
So it can be difficult to figure out where these videos are coming from, where in the world these people are really based. But when you extract the metadata from these videos, once in a while you find a slip up. And in the geolocation of some of these videos, the location, which was fake, it said, United States or France, but it was written in Vietnamese. So a lot of these videos seem to be made by content farms in Vietnam, in Pakistan, in other parts of the world. And the way that this works is basically that you have these these offices where people with no qualifications in health or medicine, they sit down and they write prompts into something like ChatGPT or Gemini, and they generate all of this stuff, this voiceover, the scripts, the papers, and everything. They package this together into a video, and it gets uploaded to YouTube. And those channels, they release so many videos, and they get a ton of views. And the way in which they make money is that when you have enough views, YouTube plays ads before, during, and after your video. And so these content farms make a lot of money in just ad revenue.
Wow. So you think it's all about the money? I mean, is there a bigger motive behind all of these things coming out, or do you think it's like people just needing to put dollars in the bank?
Look, there are charlatans out there who are putting their own faces out there, and they are misleading you for money or because they're deluded. Those things exist, and I cover them in the work that I do. But in the case of these AI videos, I suspect that these are just desperate people, often in sort of countries of the global South. They have difficulty finding jobs. They are being told, "Hey, this is an easy job. You can make some easy money doing this." And they show up and they write these prompts, and they don't maybe care or realize that at the other end of this are real people who are changing their lifestyle, their health habits based on hallucinations and fantasies.
Jonathan, these fake videos are all on real platforms. So why can't social media platforms completely shut this down?
Because they want your attention, and they don't care what on the platform elicits that attention. I know that YouTube last summer sort of said something about AI on its platform to the effect that, well, if it looks like it's been mass produced and if it looks like it's very repetitive, we're going to take it down. But if it's an AI video that does not qualify according to those two criteria, then it just stays on the platform. And it gets eyeballs, it keeps people on YouTube. And so why would YouTube get rid of those?